Imagine the following two scenarios. Scenario one, Mrs. Smith, you've been diagnosed with a stroke and you're being discharged today on aspirin. I want you to come back to the hospital if you have facial droop, weakness on one side, or slurred speech. Now, scenario two begins exactly the same, except the doctor says the following. Mrs. Smith, we're going to download the Destroke app on your phone, show you how to use it, perform a baseline test, and you can use this app at home to help you feel more confident in your stroke recovery and to help you look out for the signs of potential stroke. Hi, my name is Evan Knock, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Destroke, as well as a board-certified neurologist. We all know which of the previous scenarios is better for our patients. Stroke is the number one cause of severe disability in the US, leading to an annual expenditure of $102 billion. Many of us know someone affected by stroke, but 1 in 8 stroke patients will have a recurrent stroke in the first 90 days after hospital discharge. And we all know that patients do not have adequate support after stroke discharge. Our solution, Destroke, a mobile stroke monitoring app based on the NIH stroke scale that patients can use at home, using automated voice recognition, object recognition, speech analysis, and motion recognition technologies with patent pending algorithms and a trademark in use. In the Destroke app, patients enter their demographic information and perform baseline tests to get started. They then answer the same questions that we ask them in the emergency room, such as smile and show your teeth, name these objects, read sentences, raise your arms and legs, and they would get a school report like this one, which might show some minor abnormalities prompting them to retake the test, or in the case of major abnormalities, these results will get automatically transmitted to their emergency contact, primary care provider, telestroke, or EMS already on the way. Our primary customer for this app is stroke patients because they have a 1 out of 4 chance of having a recurrent stroke, as well as those with cardiovascular risk factors, the elderly above 65, and ambulances and nursing homes. For our target market, our research shows that there's about a $10,000 difference in CMI level associated with stroke severity. In this model, for the 800,000 strokes in the US per year, we could save potentially $10,000 for each decrease in stroke severity associated with patients getting to the hospital sooner. Our payers are hospitals and/or insurance companies, which could make this app a reimbursable expense and a licensed subscription to patients. Most of our competitors have focused on relatively cumbersome physical clot detection. We are the only company that uses a clinical stroke detection app that's smartphone-based, easy to use, with IP in the form of embedded algorithms in the iPhone platform, and performs a comprehensive stroke examination. For our financials, we've achieved $40,000 in self-funding, have a trademark in use and are patent pending, and are seeking $1 million to fund our pilot study program. Our team is composed of myself, a board-certified neurologist, as well as my co-founder, Tomer Yaron, our head of software development, and our advisory board. We have pilot studies currently underway at New York Presbyterian Hospital, Weill Cornell Medicine, as well as the Burke Neurological Institute. Our early pilot study results show that 100% of our stroke patients use their mobile phone frequently every day, that 70% use digital health apps, and that 80% of our stroke patients would pay for a stroke detection app. In summary, Destroke is the first and only mobile app to support and educate stroke patients after discharge, allowing communication with healthcare providers and telemedicine networks. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. And Evan, I'd like to bring you up to the stage.
Great.
Hi.
I just have a message that it says that I can't. Oh, here we go. Start my video. Hello. Great.
Hi.
Hi.
So I have a few questions for you. What is the regulatory path forward for Destroke?
That's a great question. So we worked on this a lot from our beginning years, and actually through recent conversations with the former commissioner of the FDA, as well as the head of medical devices and the head of neurological devices, there's actually a pathway called the 513G, which allows us to get a formal determination from the FDA about whether this device needs to be regulated or not. One path is as a class 2 medical device to have that really robust determination of stroke detection in the primary setting. And the other would be a non-regulated entity where we can use this as an educational tool and communication tool between stroke patients and their providers after they've had a stroke. So more as a monitoring device of stroke-related symptoms, but not for full detection. And so we're actually hoping to pursue both pathways the non-regulated route up front in order to gain traction in customers, and the real robust regulated class 2 determination that can allow us to be used in the primary stroke detection setting.
Wonderful. And we just got a question in the chat. Someone asked, do you know what % of people over 65 have smartphones, assuming this will influence adoption?
Yeah, well, I can only say that in our study so far of our stroke patients, and obviously we're bending our population towards people over the age of 65, 100% of our patients have smartphones. So I think that a lot of people feel that older people may not be comfortable with technology or have phones, but not only do our patients have the smartphones, but they also report using them all the time throughout the day. And when we go into the room where the patient is, the smartphone is invariably right next to them, either on their bed or on their bedside stand.
Wonderful. Well, learned something new. Well, thank you again, Evan. I think that's all the time we have for questions. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thanks.